Hey everybody, Miss Sweet here from Miss Sweet's Craft and Therapy. I want to say hello and welcome to any and all new subscribers, and to my returning viewers, welcome back. So today I'm going to do a tag video that was created by Meg from Meg's Art Atrium. It's a Christmas question tag. So I'm also going to color a page as I go along answering these. There's 14 questions with a bonus. Try my best to answer them. They're all Christmas related, and we'll just see how it goes. So I'm going to be coloring a page out of A Very Fairy Christmas by Tabitha Barnett. And I have this listed as a prompt that I need for one of these scavenger hunts. So I am going to be coloring this page, and I've decided I'm going to color with my Bic Intensity. And I've already picked out my colors, but I have them right next to me should I need or desire a different color. All right, so I'm going to start out with, I want to do this is a metallic one. So the first question is, what is your favorite Christmas tradition? What is my favorite? Well, okay, growing up, when I was a kid, every Christmas we went to my grandmother's, my mom's mom, for dinner. And I loved going there and being with everybody. At that point, I was still an only child, and I was the only child there. But I do miss my family. Unfortunately, my mother has passed on, my grandfather has passed on, my grandmother has passed on. My uncle, I have no idea where he is. Haven't had any contact with him. And my aunt, I do have some contact with here and there, which was my mom's other sister. And her other brother passed away long before everybody else. So family's dwindled. As I got older, when I got married and had kids of my own, I think one of the favorite things was we lived in upstate New York, and we used to go and pick our own, cut down our own Christmas tree. One of these is metallic. I think this one. Okay. And how we would do it, though, it was a tree farm. We would go before Thanksgiving. I think November 1st, something like that, they opened. So that very first weekend in November, we would go and we would tag a tree. So you basically go through all these rows and rows of trees. When you found one that you liked and you wanted, you'd just tag it. So it was stay there in the ground until you were ready for it. And then we'd usually go back the day after Thanksgiving or that weekend, and we would cut the tree down. So you could tag it, find it long before Thanksgiving. So I used to the kids liked doing that. They liked running around and running through the field to find the perfect Christmas tree. So let's see. Open presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. It was always Christmas Day when I was a child. My ex-husband's family, they did Christmas Eve. And I kind of no, I still wanted Christmas Day. So we kind of compromised, and well, they'd usually get Christmas pajamas. So Christmas Eve, they got to open one present, and that present would be their Christmas pajamas. So they'd get dressed in them, and we always did matching pajamas for the boys. So when they were getting ready for bed, they'd have their bath and shower, and then put on their new jammies before they went to bed. And then the morning is when they got to open presents. Favorite Christmas food or treat? Well, let's see. Um, Growing up, it was an Italian family. So Christmas, we always had, I guess the thing I haven't had, and I wouldn't say favorite, but I liked it, and I just have not had since I was a kid, was roasted chestnuts. We actually used to roast chestnuts in the oven. And yeah, and I missed that one. But favorite food or treat, there is a cookie that I make, or a pastry you could call it. If anybody is familiar with the Italian 3-layer cookies, they're usually 3 colors, and there's a filling in between each layer, and the top is chocolate, melted chocolate. Those are my absolute favorite cookie, and tend to only have them, or had them, around Christmas. They are not the cheapest to buy. And although simple in putting the ingredients together, not simple, a lengthy process to make them. They're really made over 2 days. You can't make them all in one day. So not made too often. So I got to say my favorite treat would be those 3-layer cookies. Hot chocolate or hot apple cider? All right, well, now it would be hot chocolate, but if I was still living in upstate New York, we had plenty of apple orchards, and we would go apple picking. And it was just awesome tasting. You could get hot apple cider, and this hot apple cider was made right there on the premises of the apple orchard. So it was fresh and hot and made with apples that were right there. And it was just delicious. So depending on where I was, if I was back up north, I would have to say hot apple cider, as it was absolutely delicious. Traditional Christmas colors or non-traditional? I'd say I'm probably a traditionalist with the colors. I do try to break out of it, but I admire people who do pink trees and different colored trees. I guess because I just always grew up with traditional. I'm not quite sure how to break out of that one, although I'll color with all kinds of colors, and when I'm in my coloring books, I have used non-traditional colors. But when it gets right down to it, probably in my decorating, it's going to be traditional. And would you be friends with the Grinch? Why or why not? Yeah, why not? I mean, his heart grew and he became a good guy. And there would always be a challenge to turn him nice, because he has the capacity. He just wasn't loved, and he just needed love. So yeah, I would be friends with the Grinch. And let's see, 7, favorite Christmas present you ever received? You know, I was thinking about this, and I couldn't tell you. There was one that was probably one of the best my ex-husband ever gave me. I had a picture of my dad and I standing by a horse corral, and it was in the Adirondack Mountains, at one of the summer resorts, and we were just looking at each other. It was a really nice picture, and through the years, the picture I had got something on it. It got stained, and one year, my ex took that picture and brought it to a photography studio and had it restored. And then had it printed and framed professionally and gave me that for Christmas one year. I have to say that that was his most thoughtful and sentimental gift I ever received from him. So I would say that was one of my most favorite. If you were an elf, what would your name be? I have no clue. What are some elf names? I don't know. Jingles? Jangles? How about I just go with my last name and say my elf name would be Sweet. There we go. Everybody calls me Sweet anyway. Around here, they tend to call you by your last name. So at work, it was either, hey, Sweets. So, favorite Christmas movie? You know, I've always liked Christmas Carol in pretty much any version of it. I have enjoyed. But I think when they came out with the Santa Claus, that became one of my favorite movies, believe it or not. And so, yeah, I think at this point, the Santa Claus series, I like 1 and 2. 3 is a little, but I still like the picture. I still like the imagination of, you know, what the North Pole would look like and what it would be like commercialized. I think that was the third part. If Scott was never Santa, what would have happened? Or he said he didn't want to be Santa anymore, what would happen? So I have to say those right now. Favorite Christmas book? I really don't have any. Oh no, did I want this one? No, I did not want this one. This is metallic. Excuse me here. I think I wanted, yep, that's more of what I wanted. Okay. I mean, book, the only one I really know is The Night Before Christmas. So I'm going to go with that. Oh, this was still a metallic one too. I don't want metallic. Where is regular purple? We'll try that one. I keep picking the wrong one. Oh well, so that'll be the oddball. Yeah, I mean, what other Christmas books are there? I guess it wasn't really much of a tradition, so I'm not really aware of any other books. Huh. Oh wait, what I never pulled. So what this should be is this. Okay. Yeah, I really don't know any other Christmas books other than that, so I'm just gonna have to go with that. If there's other ones you know of, write them down in the comments. Tell me what yours is. Maybe my mind is just going crazy and I'm just not thinking of anything right now. I'm not 100% sure. Oh. When do you start to decorate your home for Christmas? Oh, this one's gone. Goodbye. And let's find me another one. Let's see. Well, when my children were children and young, Oh, that's not what I want. I want a solid one. Are you going to tell me I don't have another one? Yes, I know I do. Ugh. Ah, there we go. It would be the day after Thanksgiving we would start decorating. We had a raised ranch house, and my ex was not one for climbing ladders or doing any kind of handiwork around the house. He was not a handyman in the least. So we never ever really put any lights outside. So any lights that went up would be on the tree, and then I would put them in the windows, around the windows from the inside. And would start that usually the day after Thanksgiving, depending on if I had to work or not, or it would just be that weekend, for the first day I had off from work. Now, I do have an allergy to pine and the sap touching me. So touching a Christmas tree, getting stabbed by the needles or getting sap on my hands does cause me to break out in hives. So when it came to putting the lights on the tree, that would be my ex's job. And we really didn't do that until 1 to 2 days after we put the tree inside, because we would bring the tree in, and because we usually always did a live tree. Yeah, I don't think we ever did a fake tree when I was married to him and the boys were young. It was always a fake tree. I mean, a real tree. You'd let it settle and let the branches fall and come down. Before you'd start decorating it. So then once he put the lights on and the garland, because he liked garland, I didn't. And then sometimes the boys would help me, sometimes not, but then I would put the ornaments on. So it would start the day after Thanksgiving and may not be finished till well after. Now, I may not even decorate. I actually did not decorate this year. I do have a little 4-foot tree that I happen to have access to. So I did put that up, but that is the only decoration I put up. Just not feeling the decorating bug this year, and feeling like putting up decorations and tearing them all down and getting them down out of my closet. So I didn't. When I do decorate, it really just now depends on when I'm in the mood. Probably, you know, again, I shoot for the day after Thanksgiving, depending on what's going on the day after Thanksgiving. Am I working? Am I not working? I mean, I am no longer working now, but this is my first holiday season of not working. But usually I went to work the day after Thanksgiving. So I usually did not have it off. So it would always fall on the weekend to start bringing things out and start putting things up. Let's see, what else do we have? Eggnog, delicious or disgusting? I wouldn't say it's... Okay. When I was younger and I was a kid, it was disgusting. Straight up eggnog, I am not a fan of. Now, spike it with a little spiced rum. Now we're talking. Now I'll drink it. but not a lot. I mean, if I have one cup of it, that is more than enough for me. I don't mind the taste of it now, but it is very heavy, and if I'm drinking, that's really not something I want to have with my alcohol. So I'm in the middle of that one. I don't think it's disgusting, but I don't think it's absolutely delicious either. Have I ever gone Christmas caroling? Yes. I was a den mother for my son's Cub Scout. I was also the Cub Master for the troop. And as Cub Scouts, we went caroling one year. So that was interesting. And it was cold because, again, I lived up north then. So, yeah. But, yes, I have. And because it was cold, I never did it again. Favorite Christmas character? Example, snowman, gingerbread people, things like that. Well, Rudolph. Santa. I mean, where would the North Pole be without him? Am I right? Or what? Yeah, but I'd have to say Rudolph. That is the one show, one of the shows I look forward to seeing every year. And, yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of... That might be the bow. That might have been bow too. And we'll just color right over that. We'll just color over that. I think, yeah, that was bow, and I think that was too. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. And I think we're down to one more question. Yep. What is your favorite Christmas memory? This is one of the reasons I don't usually play along with these tags when they ask you about these questions. I mean, I have memories. I can't say or recall at this point what my favorite one was. I had a pretty traumatic childhood, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember a lot of things that happened, and I think that was by design, to not remember a lot of things that happened. So yeah, that's just something I don't like to, that's why you'll find some tags I just won't do because of questions like this, you know, asking about childhood memories, and they're tough on me right now. They're tough for me to find. I know they're in there, and I know there's some good ones. Remember exactly what they were. I could not pinpoint them at this point. So, all right. Tag people, it says then. Tag 3 people. Well, I'm going to be honest. I was not tagged myself. I tagged myself because I thought it might be fun to do a color and chat with answering those questions. since I'm not very good about talking, in the color in chats. So I don't think I'm going to tag anybody because I really don't know how many people have done this. So I am going to leave it as an open tag. And if you are a creator and this is something you might want to do, consider yourself tagged. Be our guest. And just remember that this was originated by Meg from Meg's Art Atrium, and to just credit her back. Tag her in the video so she knows. And I will try and tag her original video, or at least I know I will tag her. So that she knows I did it. And that is all the questions there were. We're almost done here. So what are your thoughts on the questions? Who's your favorite character? Christmas, whether it be gingerbread person or, you know, reindeer, or who would you say your favorite? I mean, I think I have a lot of favorites. Even when it comes to that, like Rudolph is one of my favorite ones, but there's other characters I like. I mean, like I said before, Santa's like pretty special and should be really number one there without him. There'd be no North Pole. So I don't know. So you tell me below who your favorite character would be. Yeah, we're almost there. Hope you don't mind me being a little tired. You should be seeing this on Christmas Eve. I am probably busy baking some cookies. I'll ask you this. Anybody have a Whole Foods near them? And if so, did you ever have their almond pillow cookies? They are awesome. So today I should be, since I pre-recorded this, I am most likely in my kitchen trying to make them. I did find a recipe for them on the internet. So I am attempting to recreate those cookies. Another cookie I usually make is pizzelles, which are the waffle-like cookies. An Italian cookie. So I will probably make some of those. And I want to make some, I've just had a taste or a hankering for snickerdoodles. So I think I'm going to make some of those. And I'll probably start them the weekend just before Christmas. And I don't know if I'll be into the making the 3 layers this year. My son would love it if I made them. But they are expensive to make, and they're not the easiest. What it is you make this batter, and you split it 3 ways. And that's where you color one the red, one the green, and you can keep one the white. This batter is like super thick. It's not the consistency of a cake. It's like a cookie dough, But then you have to take this cookie dough and spread it. Oh yeah, this will work. Good. Over a cookie sheet. I mean, spread it flat on a cookie sheet. And it becomes paper thin. Oh wow, this just gets right absorbed right into the silver. Well, I guess it's not going to work. Wow. Alrighty then. Once, and you have to do that, you split it 3 times, which it makes it not a lot. So it's paper thin by time you spread it. And you put it on a cookie, so you need 3 separate cookie sheets. You have to have wax paper down. You spread this out onto the wax paper. You bake it. It rises a little bit. It becomes like a little bit of a cake substance. So maybe 1/4 inch it comes up. So then you have to let that cool. And once that cools, then you build your layers. So you put your, whatever one you're putting on the bottom, you put that one down. And then the 2 fillings that are inside of them, which you may not have known this, you may know it, is one is seedless raspberry preserves, and the other is apricot. So you also have to have those. So once it's cooled on one layer, you put the raspberry, and then you put the next cookie layer on, and then you put your apricot, spread your apricot on that. And then you put your 3rd layer on top of that. And now you've built this 3-layer thing. You then need to put it in the fridge and put something heavy on it to flatten it, to make it thinner. So that's where I really have a problem now. I don't know what I would use. I used to have this like really big old dictionary that it would be built on one cookie sheet. Then I'd cover it with the other cookie sheet and then put this big heavy book on top of it and put it back into the fridge. And then you're leaving that overnight. You're not touching that until the next day. And the next day you can take it out. And now you really want it to get to a room temperature. Because now you're going to put chocolate on it. What color do I want to use down there? The blue there, the green there. Oh, yellow is far away. Yeah, let's just use yellow because I'm going to say that was a light that didn't get colored. There we go. You want that to get room temperature because you don't want it too cold, because now you're going to melt chocolate. And just any of your chocolate chips, because that is real chocolate. If you use those candy melts, that's candy. It's not real chocolate. So you really want real chocolate. So chocolate chips or chunks like Ghirardelli or something out of the bacon aisle. And usually it'd be semi-sweet you'd want. You're going to melt some chips, and then you're going to spread it on the top layer of your cookie build there. So that's why you really want it to get room temperature, because you're not going to have much spreadability if it's ice cold coming out of the refrigerator. The chocolate's going to harden right away. So you want it to take it out and leave it, let it, sit out for a couple of hours to get that real chill off of it. And so then you do that, and then you let the chocolate harden. And then once that hardens, then you cut them into squares. And because it's not even, you have these whole edges that are not, I mean, you wind up with a whole bunch of waste. But it's not waste. If you like them, they're not pretty. You're not going to serve them to anybody. But let me tell you, the kids and I did a number on the edges that you wind up cutting off. But yeah, so they're a little bit of work. You know, not hard. You know, and it's not like, oh my God, you got to roll this, roll that, roll that. It is, well, I guess it is kind of hard, but just why I haven't really done much of them. So, all right. Anyway, so we finished the picture. We've had a, hope you enjoyed the chat. Leave me your comments below. Let me know about favorite Christmas book and your favorite character, Christmas character below. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Enjoy your Christmas Eve. Enjoy your Christmas. And rest, relax, enjoy friends and family. And I will see you guys after Christmas. Take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye now.